Oh man, it is a cool 9:47 a.m. Uh, Normally I don't like going to the gym this early to actually lift. Normally I'm going to do my cardio right now. But I have a big day ahead of me, so I kind of need to go ahead and get the lift done. Not to say that it's like a burden for me to get out of the way, but it's either I do it now or I don't do it at all. And I think you guys know what the answer to that will always be. But um, uh, I normally try to wear a hat, especially like on the way to the gym, because my hair is a fucking mess. Uh, I rolled out of bed like maybe 30 minutes ago, so we're very unkempt, but it's okay. But we got arms, the most exciting day. Well, most exciting day for some, most boring for others. I'm kind of in the middle right now because the process of getting an arm pump at this point, it's kind of, I mean, you're only doing push downs and curls. The only difference is maybe like some slight variety, but it's a lot of the same thing. And so for some, it can get very repetitive. I'm kind of getting there, but on the flip side, who doesn't love a freaky arm pump? In fact, I propose a petition to change the name of Arm Day to Freaky Day, because we're getting freaky in there. Oh man. Um, so in terms of what we're gonna do, I think you guys already know. V-bar pushdowns, they have just consistently felt great. And then a bunch of skull crushers, cable curls, maybe even some preachers. We'll just have to see. Oh my gosh. Pre-workout is already hitting me though, so that's good. I upped the dose of the beta alanine this morning as well. So the one thing that I could have done better is maybe drink a little more water just before the workout. I was lazy. I didn't. No real excuses there. But I've got my gallon with me, so I'll make sure to drink a bunch before starting. But one thing I was kind of thinking about this morning is back like maybe a year and a half ago when I was still like, I was only a few months into lifting. Something that I would do every time I was on the way to the gym is I would crank up the heat on my AC. So I'd put it at like max temperature and I would blast it so that by the time I got to the gym, I was already a little sweaty. And in my head, the thought process behind it was, if I'm already like starting to sweat, that means that like I'm kind of like kicking into gear already. I don't know. I think it was more of a mindset thing, if anything. But I do have the heat up right now just to kind of experiment. Also, my scale is blinding me. But I would do that and I would blast like my gym music on the way to the gym to really get into it. Cause at the time I needed it. I needed something to like dial me in. At the point that I'm at now, it doesn't really take much for me to get into it. Like on the way to the gym, if I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd just kind of be sitting here, maybe listening to a podcast or something, and just kind of chilling on the way to the gym. Once I get there, I'll kind of dial it as I'm warming up. The feeling of me warming up whatever muscle group I'm doing was kind of enough for me to lock in. So, but the fuel for today, the gym fuel, is the Apex matches I had last night. Uh, for those of you that have been staying in tune, the new season of Apex came out, and I'm a Caustic main this season. So normally, I average I like to think I'm pretty darn good at the game. Getting 2K matches, not that hard for me. Well, that's how it was last season. But this season, it's been kind of rough. I'm averaging about 1K per match, and I'm going to blame my teammates for it. I'm just not getting good teammates. Because at the end of the match, after we die, I'll have 1K damage, a few kills. My teammates will have like less than 100 damage each. So it's clear to me that I'm just being anchored. That has to be it. That has to be it. Oh man. I don't think I have much else to talk about right now. When I was putting my stuff in my car, getting ready to head out, saw my neighbors, and they asked me, they're like, "Hey, Marty, how are you doing? Have you seen the Dune movie yet?" I said, "No, I haven't gotten to it yet." Um, and they're like, "Yeah, while we were watching it, they kept saying the name Marty because I guess that's like one of the characters in the movie or something." And so every time they mentioned your name, they'd be thinking about me. So that was kind of cool. Just a nice little name drop for me. So hopefully, if you ever watch the Dune movie or read the Dune books and you see my name, maybe you'll think of me. And more importantly, maybe you'll think of lifting. And that should be the number 2 priority. Number 1 should be doing your best every day to better your life. But that's enough of that. I'm not sure if the gym's going to be busy today. It's a Saturday morning, so honestly, I'm kind of expecting it to be. But we'll see. We'll see if we can't get any footage in there. But I will see you guys in a little bit. Oh, man. Holy shit, guys. That was a pretty solid arm day. It definitely was not the best that I've ever had. I'm just super tired. It definitely just goes to show that my preparations for today were not ideal. After every set, just way more winded than normal. And that's just because I wasn't as hydrated as I normally am for a lift. Not as carved up as I could have been, and a little tired. So, while it sucks that today wasn't like the best arm day, it was still a good arm day. Just simply because I went and I pushed myself as hard as I could relative to my current condition. So it can be pretty easy to beat yourself up if your last chest day you did 225 for 10, and then your next chest day, it's a struggle to even get 4 on 225. That's not anything that you should beat yourself up over. You're not losing that amount of strength in the span of just 3 or 4 days. It's just a matter of rest, diet, and hydration. And especially when you're cutting and when you are as depleted as I have been for the last however many days, it can be a lot harder sometimes. You're going to be a lot more tired. So just a couple words of wisdom. Still a good workout. We got another one under the belt. And at the end of the day, it's not like one workout is going to make or break you. But one workout is the difference between losing 60 pounds of body fat and gaining 10 pounds of muscle. That's just not how it works. It takes multiple pages of a book to really make a book. So, that's all the sage wisdom I have for you today. I am super fucking tired. And I have got a day full of fun activities to do, so I've got to conserve all the energy I can. But I've got snacks with me, got my protein shake, gonna grab some, I guess technically we're gonna be at brunch right now. Uh, so, oh, one thing to mention though, uh, when I left you guys off on like the first half of this video, I was almost at the gym. I was taking like the normal path that I take to get there. And turns out there's some sort of like marathon or 5K or something going on because I had to go pretty much around all of downtown to get to my gym. Every single road was just blocked off for this marathon, with cop cars blocking them and everything. So every time I would pop a Yui and take a different path, there'd be another path blocked off. So it took me like an extra 10 minutes to make it to the gym. So that kind of fucking sucked. But whatever. Still a good lift. But we got legs tomorrow, and I've got to make sure that I prepare myself properly. Because arm day, chest day, back day, you could kind of like slug through it. It's not too bad. But on leg day, if you're not in like as good of a condition as you can be, it is fucking hard. And it really does take a toll on you for the rest of the day. Especially if you're pushing yourself like properly, holy shit. It'll kill you. But I'll make sure that I do my preparations right. So I will see you guys tomorrow for that.